Hi, my name's Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about how to set up your altars and how to set them up correctly, or altar. So I'm going to actually teach you how to set up an angel altar, and it's very specific. So it's different from, it's going to be an elevated ancestor altar as well, but I taught about what elevated ancestors are yesterday. It's best not to treat them like ancestors who didn't get into heaven, because there are two separate behaving forms of spirits. Let's just say that. One's kind of like down and angry, or upset and disappointed and bored. The other one's like, I'm partying, I'm having the best time of my life. One has accepted the Lord into their life and has done right. The other one could have had a perfect life, but then just resisted the Lord, and then actually realized what happens when you don't accept the Lord at the end of your life, or before the end of your life, or in the afterlife when the Lord is talking to you, or approaches you, or shows you your entire life to you. But this is incredibly important. So when it comes to altars, people are like, altars are evil, rituals are evil. So you have to keep in mind, brushing your teeth is a ritual. So if someone thinks rituals are evil, mostly of what they're doing is every single day is a ritual, unless that person doesn't brush their teeth, or cleans their clothes, or take a shower. When you take a shower at 9 o'clock every single night, that's a ritual that you practice every single time at 9 o'clock at night, or 9 a.m., 9 p.m. So you guys are doing rituals and you don't even know it. You guys have altars and you don't even know it as well. So for someone who thinks everything is demonic, that person's usually riddled with demons. That person usually is a demon. They act like a demon, they behave like a demon. So, or it's not inherent. It's when someone thinks everything is demonic, it's because they're so full of traumas that they haven't gotten past them, and now they're projecting them angrily on other people because their demons have used their traumas against them. That's it. So altars, let's get back to altars, because I'm giving you the background information before I teach about altars, which is necessary. You're gonna set up the altar and you'll be like, what's next? Okay, so an altar is basically a personal place of power. It's a giant portal of light that closes portals of darkness. Everything's a portal. Your phone's a portal. The sun is essentially a portal. Ooh, that's a topic for a different video. When you call someone, that's a portal. That's literally everything. A portal is basically concentrated energy to get to a desired destination. When you turn on your computer or watch TV, that's a portal. When you listen to music, that's a portal. So when you drink water, that's a portal. That's a portal into your current dimension. That's why when you drink the dimension water, you hop dimensions. So the altar is a powerhouse portal. So it's literally a portal for your angels to come through. So your altars, they can be incredibly simple. They can be absolutely simple. So when you set up an altar, have a white table or a white marble altar. So you can either have a white cloth, or you can make the altar out of like a white marble or a white wooded table. It has to be white. When you're working with angels, it has to be white. Let's just say, when it comes to the Bible, white represents purity. So when you're communicating with higher beings, you have to do it in a pure way. If the table's black, they're not going to want to come around. Angels will be like, yeah, I'll come near it, but I don't want to go anything else, because it's a lower form of color. It's a lower vibration. So white, not yellow, not pink, white. Something bright, white. These angels literally glow. It's a white. I understand in other cultures that they do a white table, but you have to understand there's more than one culture in the world. There's more than one practice in the world. So people are like, oh, that's from Santeria. If one human being drinks water out of a cup that looks like an 8, and another human being drinks water that's in a cup that it's shaped in an 8, it doesn't mean that one human's mimicking the other. It means the world's pretty big and there's more than one culture. So some people are like, oh, I've seen them wear halos or crowns in Dominican Republic. It must mean that you're Dominican. It's like 1.5 and 1.5 does not make 4, okay? So getting that very straight with you guys, because I'm an angelologist. I teach angelology. It's very specific to angels of God, actual angels of God, and I don't work with spirits like that. I do teach you about, and I'll teach you about how to talk to your ancestors. It's through your gatekeeper angel. So we'll talk about that in this video too. A gatekeeper angel is basically the one who lets certain beings around you or keeps them away from you. It's usually Michael. It could be your guardian. It could be more than one angel. So you have more than one gatekeeper. Angels literally hold hands, like surrounding your aura, like hugging you close to make sure you're safe. So you get a white table, and you get, basically the table's white. Make the table white. White. Specifically white. Not ivory white. I'm being as specific as I can to make sure you guys are getting it. So, because some people are like, well, I just use a different color. No, white. You want to work with angels? White. Last time, white. This color, white. So you can use a white cloth, or white marble, or white wood. I'm going to repeat that again because that's one of the most important parts. So I suggest white marble because it's easy to clean. You can spill anything you want on it, and you can just wipe it down. A white cloth, you're going to be putting some stuff on this table, so you don't have to put a lot. So let's talk about what you can put on it. Your angelic altar and elevated ancestral altar. Put a cross on the table. The cross, it's literally, now it's a holy portal. Specifically, and my angels told me to do this, is take a glass of water or a bowl of water, or you can use a water fountain, which is the best, but it's optional. And because it's running water, it's the holiest water. So this is very unique to what I'm teaching. So you can put a cross in the water fountain, a cross in the cup of water, a cross in, and you know, you can use a goblet, you can use a bowl of water, you can use, you can get creative with this. So a vessel of water that's open, that's clean, put that there and put a cross in it. You can also put prayers around. Yeah, you can put prayers around that water. So you can also put, for example, you can put, you can leave the Bible open to Psalm 91. You can just keep it simple. But you can basically write down prayers or print out prayers and put it around the water. The water is holy. The water is sacred. Now, this is where this gets specific to angels and elevated ancestors. You can put some Himalayan salt lamps on the altar to illuminate them. You can also burn a candle a day to elevate your elevated ancestors. And in most traditions, they're like, oh, you don't use salt, don't use salt. You can use salt for an angel altar and an elevated ancestor. They're elevated. They don't, I mean, salt doesn't ward them off. They're elevated. If they're a regular form of spirit, it's going to keep them away because that spirit's not elevated. If you like working with things that are not elevated, you can take that risk. I suggest you don't, because you want your life to go well. You want to get ahead. You don't want to just get teased in going ahead. So, literally the ocean. So, put Himalayan salt, actual Himalayan salt from the Himalayan mountains, not these little fake Himalayan salt, because it has Himalayan energy. You can make a little Himalayan salt grid. You can make a wall of Himalayan salt. Get creative. So, out of the Himalayan salt lamps, you don't have to plug them in, but put them on the altar because it'll ward off demons. It's literally a wall of energy. So the next thing is you should keep a Bible on this altar, because angels will always talk about the Bible. You can use the Bible as a form of divination, which people are like, oh, you can't do divination. Okay, what did Joseph do in the Bible? Like, I mean, you can use the Bible as divination. If you think that's demonic, then this video is not meant for you. So you can just open the Bible every single day to a specific verse, or you can read the Bible with your angels and they'll help you read it. So one thing you can do, which is unique to what I teach, you can pull up a chair at the altar, or you can have your altar being a desk. Why is this? It's because you can kneel before the altar, you can sit at the altar. I think it's much more comfortable for you guys to sit at the altar. You can kneel before if you feel called to, but when you have a conversation with your angels, a lot of your bones and whatnot would feel much better when you sit down, and it makes it more casual. It makes it, and you can concentrate more, and you can meditate sitting down. So you'll want a candle. You can burn the 24/7 day candles. You can put a candle and surround it with water so that If anything happens, it's in the water. That's a safe way of doing it. So you can put a fake candle. I suggest a real one because candles are fire, water, earth, and air. So making sure I say this 100% correctly. And if I talk in certain tones, it's because I'm making sure I say the information 100% correct. The person who got blocked on my page saying, "Oh, you look irritated." No, I'm not irritated. I'm making sure I say everything 100% correct. So I'm basically checking myself, and my angels are checking me to making sure I'm saying everything correct. Most of what you see on YouTube is fluff because people think it's they don't check themselves and they're too comfortable teaching the information. I make sure I'm 100% on top of myself, and so do my angels in teaching this information. So Himalayan salt lamps. Oh, the next thing is decorate your altar with crystals if you feel called to. You definitely should. Raw crystals, crystal beads, crystal jewelry. You can put your crystal necklace from Florida Snowman on your altar, and your angels will be able to alter it. Ha ha ha. So, and yeah, so you can you surround the put as many crystals on your altar as possible is something I'd suggest. Fill it up with crystals, but the biggest thing is to leave space. So you have crystals, Himalayan salt on a white altar. You have the water with the cross in it because Jesus is the portal. Jesus died for our sins. The Lord is how you're going to navigate this altar. The Lord is how you're going to navigate this altar. If you just open an altar and it's not specific, anything's coming through, even if the cloth is white. So the Lord is the gateway. The Lord is the truth. He is the portal to this altar. If you're working with angels and you're not talking to God, they're not going to work with you like that. They'll help you, but they won't work with you like that. What else? So we have crystals. Any suggestions? Oh, yes, you can put things that you think your angel might like on the altar. You can put let's just say it could be anything. Just let it be holy. For example, if you think you found a shell at the beach and it meant something to you, put it on the altar. You can put, I wouldn't put pictures on the altar at all. Leave ancestors' pictures off the altar. It can generate a charlatan real quickly. So put those away from the altar. Let's see. So you can put, and I'm looking at my mind's eye right now, just anything you guys like. If you found something on Amazon, let's just say you found a little toy that you like. Put it on the altar. Make the altar, you can also make your altar look like a landscape. So you can decorate your altar into looking like a place in heaven. Which you shouldn't directly make it look like a place in heaven. Just make it look heavenly. So you may just put things that you love on the altar. Things that mean something to you, and it's going to be very meaningful to your angels. Let's talk about offerings. Your angel will flat out tell you an offering. I'm not just going to say, oh, I mean, St. Michael likes pizza and coffee, but you have to, I mean, he might not ask of that from you. He might just not, it's because if you have the same food every single day, it's like, whatever. Some angels like the same food every single day. Some angels like a cookie every day. So different angels will ask you for different things. How do you know when they're asking you for something? They'll flat out say it. They're going to say you. You're going to hear their voice. They'll say it in your head if they have to. So you'll just be like, huh. Quesadilla. Let's talk about this real quick. So, can angels eat meat? Yes, because it translates differently on their side. Why? It's because the meat now that we have is different from the meat back then. So angels can eat beef, not pork, and chicken. If you pay attention to, it's before Sodom and Gomorrah, God came with two angels and they sat down and they had meat. They ate meat. So angels do like meat. We're supposed, after the ark and after we started mixing with giants is when God said, hey, you guys can eat meat now. Go ahead, I'm taking my essence back. It's pretty much what he did because humans started messing up real badly. So you may give them meat. It's different for us, but for them, they like, you can give them meat. They don't ask for things like steak very often. They'll ask for they'll tell you. Sometimes they like vegan food too. It just depends on the angel. They're not, and don't give steak because you heard I said they like steak. Establish a relationship with your angels They'll flat out tell you, you'll have an image pop in your head. You'll have a craving that's not your craving. And you're like, oh, this is what they like. So for example, I'm smelling banana bread. They would like banana bread because they like banana bread. One thing you can give them is drinks. So can an angel drink drinks? It's literally called spirits. So yes, it translates differently on their side. So they'll tell you what they like. Jesus turned water into wine. So if it has yeast in it, they probably don't want it. Just ask your angels. Don't get focused on the offering part. Just establish the relationship with them. Take what I said about the offerings and take it like very small amount of information from it because it's specific to you. Your angel might not want anything I said in this video about food, but they'll tell you what they like. You can always leave coffee though, black coffee. Or coffee with milk. They'll tell you, like I said, it's specific. They'll be like, hey, get this. Or, I mean, they're not going to say that. They're going to be like, they're not going to say you have to. And the biggest thing is don't ever be transient with them. Don't ever be translucent. Don't ever be, what's the word? Don't be fake with them. Yes, don't be fake with your angels. Don't be like, okay, I left you pizza. Oh, get me this job. Do what I tell you to do. You do that, they're leaving you. They don't like that. It's ugly. That's an ugly behavior. If I walked up to you and gave you pizza and say, okay, cool, now clean my room. It's like, huh? Here's your pizza back. I can't even want it. So do it with the pureness and the most genuine aspect of your heart. Angels do like sweets. They'll probably ask you for sweets very often. If you'd like to connect your angels more and hear them more, then wear a Florida Stoneman necklace from floridastoneman.com. Or you can go to Instagram and get a custom necklace, and especially for if you have a specific angel who's very close to you, I'll help you be much closer to them, because every crystal resonates with a certain angel as well. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. This video is very straightforward. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!